Hi guys, this is Tony here from Metal Ruse. You're about to sit down and enjoy an interview I just did um, over there, and so do like and subscribe so you can get all this straight into your streaming and into your consciousness as soon as it arrives. So enjoy the interview, and I will. Over to you,
Well,
Tony.
thanks for coming and chatting, Dean, um,
Uh,
about
no worries.
about this new EP that's coming out soon, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the release date for that now?
We've said December 1st at this stage, but we've already released the first single. And the second single we've put out video for, but I think we're just gonna release that at the same time as the third one. There's only a 3 song EP, so yeah, mini EP, more accurately, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah,
But
double
some of
A side they used to call it. Remember? Yeah, double A side.
the,
Yeah,
yeah, some of the songs are a bit longer, so
yeah, because
that,
it's
that was
part two,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, that's the idea, just try and make it a thing. Mate, to be completely honest, mainly just due to the cost these days of yeah, for the what you pay to record these days, it's very expensive for you to record a whole album, obviously. So we're just
no,
doing.
yeah, absolutely. When you're particularly, I mean, you've been around for 11 years, um, but it's always harder, right? Because you're not making pop music. That's the
No, that's
difference,
right.
isn't it? You know, you're making interestingly textured and layered progressive music, which is, you know, we love it, but it's not radio friendly.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
It's just people, musicians making music that they like based on the music that they liked when they were younger, and now they can sort of create something along the lines of what they used to listen to, I suppose, with their own sort of artistic direction thrown in with a mix of the whole overall product. I guess that's what it is essentially.
Yeah. And I think, and I've worked out what's happened. I haven't plugged my mic. And that's exactly what happens though. Like you gotta love what you do, haven't you? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
at the end of the day, you've got to love what you do. And I think that comes across in this music. I absolutely loved this mini EP. I
yeah.
absolutely
Thanks.
loved it.
It's the first
Um,
time anyone's ever said that about a music. I think. Like,
yeah, I doubt that, my friend. I very much doubt that.
no, no. But it's yeah, no. We sort of. Well, I guess we've known for a while that this is some of the best stuff we've done. I guess it's just a matter of sort of getting it recorded and getting it out there, sort of thing. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look, I listened to it today, yesterday, day before, and again today, and it's so. I mean, I think the Australian progressive metal scene, if that's where you want to put your, put your flag in the hilltop, um, I think it's so
no.
good at the moment.
Michael said I should say we were from Norway or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're really amorphous in disguise. Um, Equally as talented, in my opinion. I think it's a really great scene here at the moment. It's
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's
I mean,
so it's
joke around.
so it's so lively. So much going on in that sort of area, you know. I think it's really lovely that we can dip in our toes in the pool and get bands like yourself and enjoy something that's not just mindless. It's a really thought out piece of music, you know.
Yeah, that's what obviously I was. Most of the stuff I've liked over the time is always music with some kind of message. I guess sometimes the message is more obvious, and sometimes it's a lot more subtle in a lot of this. But yeah, there is yeah. I guess everything I like has got some sort of thread of meaning to it. I guess
Yeah,
overall.
and it comes across. I mean, I right across the board. I mean, your bass playing is amazing on this little EP, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I still play bass like a guitar, I guess, but because
But it,
I play guitar for like 20 years or something. That's just yeah, I've gradually, I guess, the longer I've played bass for, the more I can play proper bass lines. I guess I'm getting, as in the early days of doing it, I just try to do too much, and now I've just worked out it's all about the core notes, I guess, and
exactly. exactly. I mean, I'm a bass player. I'm part of the bass playing union, and
Mm.
and I was never any good at guitar. That's the difference. I was really crap at guitar, but bass seemed to just sort of sing with me because it's all about the spaces in between the notes
Yeah.
and the things like that, which I sort of got. But you do hear. I don't listen to your bass playing and go, "Oh, there's a guitarist playing bass."
Mm.
It doesn't come out. I mean, it's just attacking.
Well, they're not that different. Essentially, when you think about it, really,
No.
it's all the only real difference is on the guitar. You can do all the high note solos, and
Mm.
but other than basically the rhythm parts is not from the bass, and the rhythm guitar is not that different. It's just a lot of the time you see just with a few sort of runs in there and stuff. But yeah, a lot of the time it's pretty similar.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, all of the musicians on this album, and the drumming, I really love the drumming on Mountain. I think that's a fantastic opening few seconds into that track.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, and what I also love about it, like, this is Twilight Zone, which is my favorite on the mini EP.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
I love it because it's typically what I love in prog is you don't know where it's going,
Yep,
and you don't when you get there, it's a pleasant surprise. You know what I mean?
yep.
And I love that because it's not just, it's so you're just getting into it and suddenly it changes.
Yeah, that's it wasn't originally like that, to be honest. We've had that song, those ideas have been around for years before. And one thing that I think that's made this EP sort of better than some of the previous stuff is I've spent a lot more time sort of perfecting the ideas than I used to, I guess, and really getting really fussy about what change comes after what and how it all goes together than I used to be. It used to be like, oh, no, that's pretty good. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's good. But now that I think, like you said, your reaction, it's like I'm getting a different reaction now where it's, oh, this is actually good sort of thing. It's
Mm.
not like we're just telling you it's good just because it's average or whatever. It's like, oh, this is actually good now sort of thing. Like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't sound, and don't take this the wrong way when I say this. It doesn't sound like it comes from a band in Newcastle. You know,
Mm.
it has a real maturity to it. You
Yeah,
know,
I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate that. No, I definitely, I did. I definitely had a good feeling about it. Because I just never knew how if other people had felt the same way, but I definitely had a vibe about this when we wrote these songs that it was something sort of on a different level to what we've done previously, and I think a lot of it's got to do with the way we sort of just really got fussy on every little detail of the way it was put together. Like like bands like Tilda and all that sort of stuff.
mm,
They write about, oh, it takes us 10 years to write an album. And a lot of people go, oh, that's wank or whatever. But when you think about it, it's not really. It's just them knowing that as an artist that you've got to really sort of not every little detail to be perfect. Not necessarily perfect, but perfect as in for you, perfect as what the best of what you could do. You think you've done your best, you put 100% into it at least, then it's just
yeah.
complete as far as what your vision was or whatever.
Well, that's right. I mean, all great art takes time. Some art comes quickly, some art doesn't, and
Yeah,
and there are people. I mean, as a listener myself, particularly a lover of the proggy music,
yeah,
I appreciate that. I mean, there's a place and a time for 3 minute thrash, right? Where you just
yeah,
get out there and bash three chords out and off you go. There's a place and a time for it, and I love it. But when you're listening to music you're making, you appreciate the artistry in it
yeah,
because you know how hard it is to bloody do.
yeah. That's right.
It's not easy. It's not easy, right?
No, I was taking all these. Yeah, well, some of these ideas are probably more than 5 years old, really.
Mm. And what? I mean, I'm glad you kept them and didn't move them on and get rid of them because
No, we
you
just
know.
wrote just well, the Twilight Zone was originally called Blood and Gold or whatever,
Mm,
and the part that's now the bridge used to be the chorus. So like that mellow bit at the end used to be the
yes,
chorus,
there you
but
go.
I just deconstructed it and decided it needed more of a I wanted it to be heavier overall, I guess. And sometimes, yeah, a lot of the formulaic sort of stuff these days, it's got like a certain 1, 2, 3 structure, like intro, verse, chorus,
Mm,
and like one of them's like a heavy riff, and it's got that sort of mellow bit there, and then it's heavy. It's just like, but I just wanted to, I don't know. There's a lot of songs that do that sort of annoy me too. Like bands I like. I guess Metallica does a lot too. Just when you sort of want there to be like a mellow sort of reprieve, there's not. It just keeps pounding keeps pounding and pounding and pounding. But yeah, it has to be the right riff for it to work. Like a subtle sort of rhythm change to it as well, I think, or something to make that sort of thing work.
Oh, look, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I think that the art of the kind of music that you make is, I keep saying this, it's not what you play. Sometimes it's what you don't play, right? And it's a way of paring back in those sections. Like if you'd swap that back around in times in Twilight Zone, it would be a completely different piece of music.
Yeah.
You know, if I think about it now, if you swap that around, I don't know whether it would be as impactful as it is now.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's what I mean. Like it wasn't the song. It wasn't like if I just did it like my original idea, it would have just been the same as some of the songs in part one. It just would have been good, but not as good as I wanted it to be, I guess. That's
I really loved the doomy aspects. There's a real modern doom sound to it. I don't know whether that's his voice. I don't know whether your voice is doing that and creating that doom sound.
No, I definitely like a lot of that stuff. I've just never got into the full D tune sort of like the lower drop tunings that a lot of those bands go for. And I find I just can't play that. I mean, my thing is to like have a lot of riffs with the maximum we do them for is like 8 repetitions, and that's about as far as it goes. Some bits here and there are longer, but not very many these days. I used to do like sections where it was longer, but I just like to try and keep it a bit more concise now, I think, and that sort of keeps people more. I found that keeps the vibe more sort of electrified and more like it is sort of now, like more interesting, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I hear it. I just hear this sort of very Australian, almost stonery, doomy bits in there.
Oh, definitely. I like plenty of bands. Like I used to love Caius for years, like and stuff like that. Like I love a lot of that stoner sort of stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, it's definitely in there. I'm sort of sitting back listening to the last track on the EP, and I'm like, geez, there's a bit of Voice of the Lost. That's a real heavy one. I think you finished the EP on the heaviest track for me.
Well, it's no, Voice of the Lost is the intro track.
Intro, sorry.
Then it's Voice of the Lost, Mountains Greed, and then Twilight Zone.
That's
yeah,
in Twilight Zone you end on the heavy one, but Voice of the Lost though has that kind of doomy feel to it. That's what I meant. My head is late afternoon. I've been working all day. Sorry.
No, you're right. No, it's definitely in there. No, you're right. A lot of people don't sort of pick up on that, but a lot of people seem to compare us to Mastodon these days when they at gigs and stuff, sort of thing. But there's a bit of that in there, but it's a lot of different stuff too. So
I mean, I'd say that's probably there. I mean, I hate put people in boxes and comparisons too much, but Mastodon, yes, but more exciting. I always found Mastodon a little bit dull.
Well, Mastodon's not such a big riffing band. A lot of their riffing's a lot more subtle, probably maybe.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And then like a lot of especially the two guitars, they do all the layering with the guitars too, which creates a whole different atmosphere too. I think having the two guitars, so one guitar is doing the high parts all the time and just all melody riffs over everything. It's a bit of a different vibe, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, I'd say you're more if you're going to try and if you wanted to point fingers. I mean, Sword is probably a little bit. You're a bit, some of that in there as well. Some of that.
Like
this stuff.
Yeah, bit of stoner thrash sort of stuff.
Yeah, but otherwise, you're your own sound, which I love, which is unique and interesting, and it doesn't drag, Dean. You know what I mean? Some of these heavy progressive stuff can get right. Even though I love it, you sort of get to the point where you go, all right, I've had enough now.
You got to be in the right mood for it. It's the same as like people that like to listen to metal, but also like going to raves and stuff. It's like they're in a certain mood when they go listen to that electronic stuff than they are to when they feel like sitting and listening to Dream Theater like the new Dreamfair album or whatever sort of
Mm.
thing, I suppose. But,
I mean, I
mm.
do love that. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, that's why I think your band makes this kind of music is that you have influences all outside. You know, I'm sure every one of you in the band has a different influence from some way or another, and so you bring it to the music, and then you make these interesting sounds. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of common ground too, but yeah,
Mm.
there's slightly different sort of things. But yeah, there's definitely a few sort of common bands that we all sort of like as well.
Yeah, I mean, who you got? Did I read something? You have a new drummer? Am I? Is that recent?
He's been with us for a couple of years now, Adam. Yeah,
Yeah, Adam Clayton, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen him around, but I'm trying to think what bands he's been in.
Oh, he plays in every like most cover bands in Newcastle or something.
I'm not
No, he
thinking to
plays it.
myself, do I know him from somewhere?
He's he's played with a lot of different people over the years. I think,
Yeah, because
yeah, especially around the local Newcastle scene or whatever. Like.
I used to be in a Newcastle band called Pure Envy, the thrash band, and
Oh, you used to play with Adam, did you?
no, no, I've not played with him, but I'm a big fan of theirs. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
into. Did you say into? Obviously
Into,
in.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Pure Envy. Yeah. Cool.
Shame that they went in the end, because like it's always the a lot of things with great music like that is it's a lot of effort and a lot of work, right?
Yeah. Well, it's I guess at some stage it seems to be the most common theme in most bands that I've sort of seen over the years is just the financial burden of it. It's like everyone gets to a point where they just try and balance to how much they really want to spend to what they think they're getting back, I guess. And
Yeah. And then of course you've got to have day jobs, you've got to balance it, you've got to pay mortgages, you've got to
yeah.
raise children, you do all
Mm,
this stuff. Um, and it's not like
mm.
the 70s where you just joined a band and become rock stars.
No,
You,
that's right.
sadly we fight um, lack of opportunity for your music to be heard is one thing,
Yeah.
which is I feel terribly sad about that when I hear things like that. Like you listen to this brilliant EP and you go, everyone should be listening to this. Everyone who likes this, who has a taste in this sort of music, should listen to this. But because of all the noise out there, you get buried.
I'm not very good at marketing or anything either, which doesn't help. So I think like, but
That is another art form. I mean, that's
yeah.
another thing, isn't it? I mean, that's a whole.
If I was actually good at this stuff, we could probably be a lot of the fault is probably on me, to be honest. But the more I think about it over the years, it's like, well, we just haven't sort of got further than we have is because of I'm just not I'm just very antisocial and not really a good networker or all that sort of stuff either. So
Yeah, but you know what though? You have your skills, don't you? That's the point. You're a musician. I mean, I'd
mm.
snap my arm off to be able to play bass like you, man. I
Obviously
honestly.
we've got Michael helping us now, which is good sort of thing. But
Oh, he's a geezer. He'll get. He's good at what he does.
yeah,
He'll
he's
get hurt.
obviously got us. He's got us a lot of cool gigs over the last few years since we've been working with him. It's just
Brilliant.
oh, I feel like I mean, things always feel like they're going forward. It's just yeah, it's just a slow process. But no, I got definitely feel got a good feeling about next year. I think we'll do some cool gigs next year as well as a few shows at the end of this year or whatever.
Well, I mean, you gonna ever make it down to Canberra? Because that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to come back to Canberra. Did there been there a few times. Last time
Mm.
we played was unfortunately on the same night as what's the big stoner festival? I can't remember the name of
Oh,
Sunburn.
yeah, sunburn. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah,
Bad timing.
yeah. That was yeah. Anyway,
But
but yeah, definitely keen to come back because
brilliant.
the first time we played there was at the basement in that side room in the basement, like
Oh yeah, yep.
the rare stage, whatever they call it.
Abyss. The Abyss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was at the Abyss. Is it the little
yeah,
side stage?
yeah.
That was cool. That was cool. There.
It's actually one of my
Yeah,
favorite stages
yeah. No,
because
definitely keen to come back.
it's got that wooden handrail which I can lean on. And being an old
Mm,
man, it's always handy.
yeah, no, definitely. It's on the agenda for
Well, I mean,
sure.
we keep on about, I keep on about it, but this EP that's coming, those that haven't, when they hear it, are going to be blown away by it. Honestly, if you'd given it to me and said this was from a major label, a major band out from the US or from
No
Europe,
way.
I would have believed them. Genuinely,
Yeah, right.
because it punches way above. It's really got a lot of weight behind it.
Yeah, we definitely well, the guy we were using in the studio the last couple of um, recordings too. Really knows his stuff. He's known for getting a good sound, especially for drums, because he's a drummer as well.
Yeah, well, the drums are beautifully recorded on this.
Mm.
That is
Yeah,
true.
which makes that's one of the main that's the hardest part. Like really, to be honest, like getting a good drum sound, these sort of thing, and then once that's in there, it's just everything sort of just easy after that, really.
Yeah, I mean, I always find with the drum sounds these days is because I love, I'm a bass player, so I'm a sort of a wannabe drummer as well, and
Mm,
as we all are. And I always
that's right.
find when we record the drums these days, the cymbals get lost. You know what I mean? Like there's beautiful work on the cymbals in this EP,
Mm,
really nice nuances and phrasing and textures, but
yeah,
it gets lost in the behind this wall of mix. Um, on modern metal, I find anyway.
yeah.
And this doesn't have that. You can hear it all.
No, it's all individually mic'd. As far as I'm aware, when I was watching a mic it, it took like a bit of a artwork sort of thing, but it was like there's a lot of microphones there.
Yeah, and
I can't remember how many it was, but it sounded like a lot at the time compared
well,
to just plugging one in for the bass or whatever.
if you're lucky, you've got one above you. You might leech off one of the other. Yeah. No, it has that sound. It has a really crisp, attacking heavy drum sound.
As far as I'm aware, most of the way is recorded is very similar to the way Mike Portnoy does it for Dream Theater. As far as
Well, I could believe it.
the mics and everything, the way he did it, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, I could believe it. I remember playing in a band where the only mic we had for the drum was above it,
yeah,
literally one above,
yep,
and that was all we had because it's all we could
yeah.
afford. That's all we
I've
had.
done that plenty of times in the early days. Used to do that just to get the jam room sort of
Yep,
recordings, or whatever. Yeah,
it's one mic, and you still got a good sound out of it. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, that's right.
Um,
If you get all the levels right, you can. Yeah,
yeah, but the way that they studio mic drums now, like you said, this EP, it feels that there's a love added to it. There's a bit of thought involved.
yeah,
And I think you're very
yeah,
lucky to have
definitely.
him. Yeah,
No, there's definitely knows everything about the drum sound that he wants. Well, yeah, he's Mike Portnoy's biggest fan, so
yeah.
yeah, everything he does is like Mike Portnoy. He admits that openly, pretty much. So.
I'm sure that I am absolutely. I'm certainly sure that Adam liked it as well.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure he did. Oh, look, it's a brilliant product, mate. You should be really proud, and Australian metal audiences should be really proud as well because this sort of stuff is tucked away, which is sinful for me. And so when you get your head around it, you just go nuts for it. You know, be brilliant to hear it
Yeah.
live. Brilliant to hear it
Oh,
live.
we're gonna keep trying to get it out there next year, and
Mm.
Michael's trying to push a bit harder with more contacts and stuff too,
Good.
trying new avenues and stuff, and
Yeah, good. Yeah.
we've definitely hooked up with some cool bands this year, like a few bands from the North Coast and mid North Coast, and that are doing similar sort of stuff to us too. We're sort of aware of, but never really played with. One of them's newer, but there's plenty of cool prog bands around Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne. Well,
Oh God, yeah.
We've still only done like a couple of tours, really. Like we haven't really, and I've come to realize that like a lot of bands that are, bands like Black Rena that have been around for the same amount of time of us have already done like probably 20, like tour once every 3 to 6 months for the last 10 years or something.
They do. They're everywhere.
Like we haven't. You've just if we done that many tours, we'd probably be like a lot more well known. I'm assuming, like so.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, good example is Neo Bliviscaris. I saw them when they were just a small band, and I remember them breaking into Soundwave, doing a gig there, and suddenly now you can't get a ticket at their gigs.
Yeah.
And they don't play here. They don't play in Australia that often anymore. Like Bella Core, that same sort of thing. Like you just don't see them.
Yeah.
And I actually want that for you guys because I'd hate not to see you, but I'd love you to have more exposure.
Yeah, me too. It's just we're definitely gonna keep pushing, see where it goes. Still, I'm not gonna give up yet.
No, don't. Oh no, it's simple.
And,
You can't do that, man.
but we'll keep, yeah, I'll keep trying, but yeah, I'll get this out there and
Brilliant.
work out what the next new stuff's going to be after that sort of thing. And
Yeah, exactly. And is it self-produced, isn't it? Like
yeah,
it's not,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, again, listeners of this, please go out and buy some. Is it available? Will it be available in physical media?
We've got part one is in CDs still. We've still got some
Yep.
CDs left, but I think the overall plan we're going with at this stage is we're probably going to release it all as part one and part two, just as a 7 or 8 track album. Maybe do another new single and make it an 8-track like
Brilliant.
an album, and just call it the All Seeing Eye, and
Brilliant.
hopefully maybe eventually get vinyl, that sort of stuff as well, and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Brilliant, because that's what we want. We want you to reap the rewards, and it'd be nice to be able to sit down and play it on your stereo. So
Yeah.
Which is the way it should be.
But we might get part two as a CD. Yeah, we just haven't.
No.
At this stage, we thought we'd just release part two, sort of streaming and a few videos, and get some new shirts and a bit of merch done, and for the shows and stuff like that, and then work out how we're gonna package the rest of it, or we might decide we just want to go and do another EP or something. So, which we haven't written yet. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
brilliant. Well, I'll make sure I'll make sure there's some connect, like your Bandcamp page and things are in the notes, so people can click on it and come and listen to your stuff and buy your stuff. So thanks for coming on, Dean. It's been a pleasure.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Oh no, man, it's a great EP. And I mean this. I mean sincerely. I was shocked how good it was, and that is not a negative thing. That's a lovely thing, because it's
I noticed. Yeah, it has been getting a better reaction than anything we've done previously so far. But...
Yeah, I mean, Twilight Zone is worth the purchase price alone. So
thanks. Yeah,
I love that piece. I love that piece. It's just so.
I'm still tossing up whether we're planning on getting probably another lyric video done for that one. I think at this also as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Mm.
I would. Yeah. Fantastic. Why not? If you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, we can. It's just working out what to do in the whole process. But I think that one sort of is pretty heavy lyrically, I suppose. So it's more of a.
It is, and that's also what I like about it, because I do love a wordy song. So it's nice that you can get your teeth into a story. And
that's the idea. That's like I said, that's the sort of stuff I've always liked, and that's what I was always going to do, is have some sort of message in there, whether it's raving lunatic message or just some kind of message that makes sense.
It makes sense to you, Dean. That's the point, right? It's a mystery to the listeners. Let them work it out. Right? That's the beauty of a lyric. That's the beauty of a good lyric, right?
Oh, you have your own interpretation of whatever it means to you, or whatever. That's fine.
Interpret it any way you want, and that's what I love about it. Anyway, I could talk all night, but I better go. But thanks for chatting, and good luck with the release date. And I hope it smashes it. I really do.
Oh, thank you. Awesome.
And we'll see you in Canberra sometime soon.
Yeah, we're definitely coming to Canberra next. When we can get there, hopefully next year. I'm assuming.
We'll be there.
Thanks, mate.
Take it easy, mate.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.